win? Just excited to get the win. More importantly, just excited to get the first OVC win, not even thinking about 13 wins. Excited to be 1-0 in the conference. This was a tough game because it's the first conference opener. It's the opening game of conference. And then it's the Christmas game, to where these guys have a foot out the door and you got to really get them focused and locked in. And I thought our energy was great, but I thought our execution was not great. And I thought that was partly of maybe lack of focus at times, and then part of it was a credit to Martin and what they tried to do to us. And I think over time we were able to get adjusted to what they were doing and were able to attack. But the one thing, when you look at the stats at the end of the night, we got to get better with our turnovers, and we'll watch tape and make some adjustments with that. And then we've got to do a good job to continue to box people out and post defense. And most of the time it was Garrett. I thought Ed and Ivan did a pretty decent job down there, and we need to look at the tape and go over that. I thought the freshman kid for Martin did a really good job, and is it Libo? Make sure I pronounce that right. Libo. He can make shots, so you gotta really get up and pressure him. And we had a goal of holding them down to 20 or less, really, but both of them, were able to get above a combination of above that with 37. But proud of our guys. Finished out the first semester on a strong note, on a positive note, and they're ready to get home and see their family for a couple of days, and they need to enjoy that time.
Can you talk about Martin's defensive energy and just what they're able to do to Isaiah and just kind of keep him from having any kind of shots at all?
Yeah, they tried to, they wanted to try to, Isaiah's the pulse of our team, and they really tried to, take him out of the game. And Isaiah needs to understand that you're the guy getting all the attention. You're the guy with the great statistical numbers. So you have to be locked in and ready every single time. And sometimes I thought he was very casual with the basketball, and he can't. He's got to be strong with the ball and tight with the ball at all times, because if they're going to trap him, he just needs to get through the initial trap. And once he gets through the initial trap, if you saw that, we had easy opportunities. That's why we were able to shoot 68, close to 70% from the field, because once we got through their pressure, we were able to get easy opportunities. And we just got to review that more. We went over today and shoot around, but until you see it and we can simulate and show it on tape, making sure we're in the red spots where we need to be and being ready to attack. But Isaiah's got to be in attack mode and be locked in at all times.
Seemed like he did do a good job, though, of getting the ball to other people and setting them up.
Yeah, he did. When you look at the stats, he only ended up he turned it over twice. But if Isaiah can have 7 assists, 10 points, and six rebounds and get to the free throw line 9 times, it's a pretty good night. The one thing I like about our team is we're developing into a team that he doesn't have to get 20, 25. He can get 10, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. That's pretty good from your point guard. So excited about that.
And I mean, early on, what they were doing on the perimeter really opened some things up for Ivan and Ed. So it was good, I guess, to see post players respond that way.
Yeah, and we've got a couple things that we need to review more, so our kids are more ready, and we were able to score some easy opportunities off that when we ran it, and we've got to get better at that. We got to get more repetitions at that. But it's hard to continue to trap every screen, every possession, every ball screen, because we set a ton of ball screens. So we just need to get through the initial pressure and then get the ball reversed, and we'll get easy opportunities. But credit Martin, they came out and they had a good game plan.
This is kind of like an off question, being 2013, but looking back at the team, a month ago and the team now, where do you see the most improvement so far?
I just think we're doing I think transition. I think you asked me that the other day. Transition defense. I think we're doing a pretty good job in transition. It's hard to just pinpoint something that, hey, we're getting a whole lot better in this area. I more look at it like, what do we need to get better at? And that's not turning the basketball over, and that's, not having bad fouls, and then containing the dribble. But, I think we're doing a great job to be 13-0, not having egos, playing together, being happy for one another, and getting good minutes from Latrez. I think he's improving. I think Zay Jackson's really improving. We got to get Brandon Garrett and Stacey Wilson to come on and get that 8th and 9th guy strong. But I think Trez and Zay have made great strides from the beginning of the year to now. And I think those starters, you look at Ed Daniel, I think he's made big strides, especially on the defensive end. And then Dante, Ivan, Jawance, Isaiah, I think they've been very kind of consistently good throughout the time. But I look at it more, what do we have to get better at? And that's, this is a great teaching game for us.